Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the tournament. It is me, Mr. Egg, with Alex, and once again, we have a very interesting opening match. The first match between me and you.
Yeah, for a tournament that is drafted the way it is, we are somehow only now getting to a match between our two drafts.
And
Everything last week was either you versus random, me versus random, or just random amongst itself, I think.
me being screwed, I think, is a better way of wording it, if you ask me. But
Oh no, you versus you. You versus you was the other one.
yeah, I got screwed. But at least I'm going to get a chance of redemption here, as Ilya Dragunov, my pick, goes against Mitsuharu Misawa, your pick.
Yes, and these are two of our hardest hitting picks, I think.
Indeed, and they are about to go to town on each other, I imagine.
Yeah, hard hitting strikes and big. This will probably feel very old Japan.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, but you don't pay a ticket to see Mitsuharu be pretty. You pay to see him drop someone on the head.
Already looking for a Tiger Driver.
Yeah, a bit cocky, I'd argue. Yeah, this is going to be a very long fought battle, I imagine. Dragunov, very well known for stamina, was able to compete with Walter and actually won the NXT UK title from them.
Oh, both of these men can definitely go the distance, so.
Absolutely, and we'd also like to highlight this is possibly the most star-studded match in Impact history. And it's not even a real match.
I don't know, they had some pretty big ones last year.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, I guess they did.
Most of which involving either Will Ospreay or Speedball Mike Bailey.
That's fair, but I feel like that's more so because of Ospreay and Mike Bailey.
Yes it is.
Not Impact. They're like the tertiary factor. Either way, Mitsuharu, legend in his own right, former IWGP champion, I believe?
Probably. It definitely won most of the belts in all Japan.
Indeed.
From what I can tell, I know. Like I said, one of my things with the Misawa pick is my want to see more Misawa.
That's absolutely fair. My pick for Ilya Dragunov was just respect for the man who beat Walter. Respect for the current NXT champion as well.
Now, will Ilya try and give Misawa a hug? That is...
It's possible. I will say, Dragunov has a lot of techniques under his belt. He has the submission game, he has the striking game, he has the grapple game. He also has the taking a frog splash game.
Yeah, frog splash from Misawa.
Only getting a 1 though. And Road Flosion.
Road Flosion.
First of the match.
Already pulling out some big moves.
Will it take 6 of them like it took Goldberg to beat Taz?
I think it was 9 actually for Goldberg and Taz on the spears.
I'm going to be honest. That was at least 6 too many.
Tiger Driver.
Indeed, go for it. Only a 2.9. Dragunov kicks out just in the nick of time.
Actually a Tiger Driver Excalibur. The fucking double underhook pile driver he kept calling a Tiger Driver.
Which, to be fair, in his defense, I can understand why he would refer to a pile driver as the Tiger Driver.
Yeah.
Released German, however, there by Ilya. Not a lot
even
of movement.
Yeah, even the Tiger Driver 91, which is the higher impact version of the Tiger Driver, still looks a lot different from the J Driller, which effectively is what he was calling a Tiger Driver.
Yeah, good old J Drillers.
R.I.P.
Indeed. Dragunov with the suplex brainbuster. Misawa recovers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ilya has been taking more of the damage so far in this match, but as we speculate, this might go long.
Brutal powerbomb there, flattening Misawa.
Putting lots of drive behind that powerbomb.
Indeed, and you gotta think if you're Dragunov, you just gotta do everything to survive here. No, you're taking a lot of damage. You're gonna have to have a lot longer of a match and take down Misawa. So you just gotta go full sail, so to speak.
Yeah, like I think that's kind of going to be the case with both men here. Third Tiger Driver.
Only a 2 though. Sensing it.
Yeah, this is what we mean. Like there is a lot of stamina in both of these men. Like they have both gone long and deep into matches.
Indeed. And not to mention, both have had amazing long form matches. Both for very prolific companies as well. A Enziguri there.
Yeah, just powering himself up.
Indeed, beautiful
rolling elbow.
Misawa hopefully trying to gear something up. Gets lariated for his troubles.
Yeah, very back and forth contest so far.
A standing fisherman's. Northern Lights. I'll catch
We'll
myself.
get there. I will say we'll get there eventually.
I realized as soon as I said it.
It's gonna if this ends up being the running bit of the tournament.
It might just by sheer accident.
Just like me and the Saida suplexes in the G1 tournament we did.
Yeah, in my defense, hard to tell what it was initially.
Tiger suplex being in the ropes.
Yeah, Misawa not thinking about placement there. Powerbomb by Dragunov goes for the cover. Only a 2 though.
Where things like the Tiger driver is a lot of momentum in it. That power bomb Ilya's going for is just putting as much force and as much kinetic energy. So when you hit your back and the back of your head on the mat, you are hitting a lot harder.
Yeah, and I think one of the other aspects you've got to bear in mind is it's going to drain the wind out of your sails, so to speak. It's going to force you to expend a lot of air out of your lungs. It's really good for tiring out the opponents as well as just finding a lot of brute force.
Couple of rolling strikes there, followed by a chop and a senton.
It is a fist drop.
Yeah, that the H bomber, I believe.
And it works!
Yeah. Hell of a big strike from Ilya. I think that's certainly a redemption from some of the losses you got last week.
I will gladly take it. Ilya Dragunov qualifies through round 1. We'll have to see who he faces in round 2. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Alex. I'm confident in this match, but considering all of my suplex machines lost in round 1 so far, I'm a little hesitant for Wardlow to succeed.
Yes, once again, one of your picks being pulled up against one of Random's picks.
Yeah, apparently I'm meant to be the random eliminator, and I've done my job terribly so far. Never openweight champion Wardlow in this universe. Long story there.
Versus in this universe not injured Mark Davis.
Yeah, Mark Davis, fresh from not the hospital or the medical facility.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
And I find it interesting, Wardlow going with the green, going up against a member of the United Empire.
I mean, I have seen Ospreay talking to Wardlow backstage. Not sure where that's gonna go, but I have seen it happen.
I'm sure he would do better in the United Empire than in the the Undisputed Kingdom. God, this is confusing.
Yep, you nearly just said a country, not the actual faction.
Oh, I constantly keep calling them the United Kingdom.
Yeah, that's going to be your thing, isn't it? It's for me the Northern Lights, for you is referring to Adam Cole as a country.
Adam Cole is a country.
Adam Cole he is all of Panama.
He is the Panama.
Panama, the country. Not Florida, the country. Not Florida, the state. Panama, the country. Wardlow, very dominant in the early goings, though, gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, we imagine this is similar to what we were saying with Goldberg and Taz. It's like, the longer the match goes in, the more it favors, well, not the smaller man in this case, but...
I mean, I'd argue
Wardlow
maybe smaller physically, in terms of stat.
Yeah. Wardlow is used to shorter matches.
But he's very efficient in those shorter matches. That's the other thing. He doesn't expel a lot of energy when he faces somebody. So actually, I think it could be a wild card here.
Yeah, often expending more energy than necessary going for that Powerbomb Symphony.
Yeah, really. But then again, when you're doing so minimal amount of effort to win, it doesn't really matter if the powerbomb is the victory.
Yeah, you can take the effort to throw a few more of them because you're not taking much more effort in general.
Indeed, Wardlow, well-documented champion in his own right, former TNT champion, I believe.
Yes.
Lost it to Samoa Joe.
I can't remember who he lost it to the second time. I know he lost it to Will Hobbs the first time, then won it back.
Yeah, he lost it a second time. He had a rivalry with Joe at that time because Joe was the champion.
That whole section of booking was kind of nonsense and did a lot of harm to everyone involved.
Honestly, that's just the latter half of AEW's year, to be fair. Tell me I'm wrong.
They have some great moments and they have some bad moments, and honestly, they are kind of constantly happening always at the same time. You'll have on the same show some of the best booking you'll ever see and some of the stupidest, most pointless booking you'll ever see. So.
Yeah. Or you'll have Sammy Guevara change faction literally in about a month.
No, he had to turn face again because he's had a kid. That's how that works. Also, the Jericho Vortex.
Debate for that. A 2.9 cocky pin, but might have been effective, to be fair.
Yeah, it was. But you got to think, if they put the effort into pinning properly, this might have been over.
That is also fair, but I don't think that's Wardlow's MO. Sure, he used to be a very silent, stoic type, but now he's kind of in his, I don't want to say flowering phase, but it is.
I have a. Yeah, Swanton off the top.
Talking about
some of the influence of someone that isn't Adam Cole, which I think a lot of this new attitude is definitely influence of Adam Cole.
Indeed, Davies is in a world of hurt. Staggering there.
Scoop slump to the outside. Davies willing to take the count out. It is a long count. Oh.
Yeah, it is 20 seconds. It is in par with Japan, so I don't think we're going to see a count out. At least in that manner. 2.9 again.
Still refusing to make a proper cover.
At this point, I think Wardlow's just playing with his food.
Yeah, but that might cost him, although we are getting a powerbomb.
Are we getting a symphony, though? No, Davies evades it, realizes the situation.
Arm drive, go behind.
Uranagi.
High stack on that Uranagi.
Yeah, and the twist as well. A slight sensation of dysphoria from that.
Yeah.
Davies got to pull something out of the tank. Sends Wardlow straight into the air.
Letting gravity do the work.
Don't blame him. Jumping pile driver, that might do it.
Letting gravity do even more work, Jesus.
That's the secret to dealing with a big guy. Has it worked for Wardlow? Twisting neck breaker there.
Yeah, sort of a torture rack neck breaker.
Yeah, stack him up, spin him round.
A lot of power out of Davis.
Yeah, gravity definitely doing the work. Airplane spin of all things.
Trying to disorientate the big man.
Kind of an interesting strategy, doing airplane spins. Not the most efficient move.
At first, I thought he was maybe taking a page out of Wardlow's book and looking for an F10, but no, just an airplane spin and complete shot.
Yeah, both men
down.
Wardlow recovers. Both men staggering.
Bit of wrestling.
Indeed, a bit of very classic wrestling. Jumping power driver number 2. Wardlow's out!
Looks like it, yeah. Referee calling it.
Davies pulling up an upset.
And you continuing to not beat the random.
There's a lot of mistakes in this world. That is one of them. We'll keep you updated on Wardlow's condition going forth, but the winner, undisputedly, Mark Davis. Now for something special, ladies and gentlemen, our next match, being in Mexico, broadcast to us live, with Timeless Tony Storm making her way to the ring.
Yes, with a bunch of her stud doubles, I guess.
Yeah.
Learning the entranceway.
Yeah, Mexico has a very unusual tradition with that. Speaking of stud doubles, back.
Yes, we are back to you versus me here.
It's almost as if most of my picks have come up, and barely
Yes.
any of yours.
Yes, I got very lucky the first week with not a lot of mine coming up.
Yeah, you're still kind of lucky because I still suffered from 3 people. Anyway, AEW's 2 talented individuals here going to war. Tony Storm, I don't believe has ever faced Pac.
I mean, it's possible. The British independent scene does get wacky at times.
It does indeed.
As these are most certainly 2 veterans of the British independent scene.
Indeed, we have Pac from Newcastle upon Tyne in England, and we have Tony Storm from Sydney, isn't it? I believe she's built from.
I think so.
Well,
no. Currently, she's being billed from somewhere else because of the timeless gimmick. But
yes, she's an actress, but right now, in the Sydney scene, she would have been from Sydney, I believe. Because of the pin, only a 1.
Yes, with as is the case with a lot of wrestlers from Australia getting a lot of their start in the British independent scene.
Indeed, there's quite a list of those. I'd argue Mark Davies, who competed earlier tonight, was also one of those people.
Yeah, Aussie Open getting a lot of their big start in progress.
Indeed, I believe also, can't remember his name from Ring of Honor, the guy with the blue suit before the AEW acquisition. Swedge?
Don't remember a guy in a blue suit.
I don't know. I didn't watch much of Ring of Honor. I still don't, to be fair.
I would like to watch more. It's just I'm not buying Honor Club to watch Ring of Honor.
Are you sure you don't want to see Nick Comoroto? Could
I kind of want to see more of the steady decline of Dalton Castle.
Honestly, the steady collapse of Dalton Castle is hitting a crescendo. It's a reason he's not here, in fact, you could argue. Pat going for the pin might still be too early. Indeed it is.
Yeah, we've had I think that we've definitely having a range of matches tonight, types of matches tonight. We opened with that, big hard hitting contest, then that was very, balanced and back and forth. Then our second contest having a lot of big moves and quite the surprising outcome. And now we're taking things a little bit more slow, a bit more steady.
Indeed.
But also
our first intergender match of the tournament? No, that's a
Yes,
lie. No, that's a lie. Sonny versus
No.
This is the first
Yeah.
technical fair match, you could argue. I mean, do we count Sonny versus Hook, or do we just call that a massacre? It's really your call.
I mean, given the number of slaps and low blows.
What a beautiful power bomb on Pac.
Yeah, more Tiger Drivers tonight. Now from Tony Storm.
Tony's pulling out everything she can. Strength, honestly, I'd argue is fairly similar overall. Similar weights with both individuals.
Yeah, this is a very balanced match, I would say.
Yeah, of course, Pac, well documented for having been the longest reigning WWE Cruiserweight Champion at the time.
Yeah, king of the Cruiserweights.
Indeed, before he decided to leave for very obvious reasons. Became a sensation on the indie scene again. Went back to Dragon Gate. Another Tiger Driver nearly got Pac that time.
Yeah, Tiger Driver's paying off quite a bit, but Deadeye taking a page out of Hangman Adam Page's book.
But not quite as scrunchy, but it's close.
Still prefer the name Rite of Passage.
Yeah, but that's just because it sounds epic and scrunchy is funny. Goes for the standing shooting star press, only gets a 2.9.
Vertical suplex.
Now, you gotta think, if Tony Storm wins this tournament, there's definitely going to be a biopic in the future.
Oh, I imagine there's a biopic either way.
I don't know. I think maybe a documentary if she loses.
But, like, I'm pretty sure Tony Storm's people are already in talks with the people who made the Iron Claw.
Yeah, speaking of that, I actually saw Luther backstage. We did actually ban him entry. He was
Yes.
talking about some sort of masked individual. I don't know if you knew what that person was.
I don't think so.
Yeah, apparently it was an extra or something for one of Tony's movies. What was his name? Boetico? Coratico? Something like that?
I will take your word for it.
Indeed.
Yes, I mostly just got the earful of him being very upset because yes, seconds are banned from ringside during this tournament.
Indeed, we just could not take the risk. We've had various tournaments intruded upon. Notably, Johnny Gargano did it one time.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano interfering.
Kyle O'Reilly interfering in a match featuring his rival to help him from another universe. That was
which almost ended in a match between Kyle O'Reilly and Kyle O'Reilly from different universes.
With the custody of one Adam Cole. That would have been a very interesting sequel to Eddie versus Ray. Not gonna lie.
What we're saying is, if you haven't watched a bunch of some of the old stuff we've done, it's probably still worth going back and watching.
Yeah,
Cause
it's weird.
these storyline, we couldn't write some of these storylines ourselves. I swear.
Yeah, the Big Show had a run for once. That was a moment. A DDT, jumping DDT, in fact, from back there onto Tony Storm's head.
Yeah, like letting all of his weight bring the momentum down. Snap suplex.
Now, we discussed this before. Being a high flyer in this sort of tournament, it does have a disadvantage. You know, and that's the fact that it's high risk. Very high risk. Speaking of high risk, paid off this time.
Corkscrew plancher to the outside.
Paid off real German suplex onto the concrete. I believe Pat grabbed a microphone.
Pac not exactly known for cutting promos, but might see one tonight, I guess.
I mean, more so maybe cutting someone's forehead open with it. That'd be more his MO.
Yeah, getting to a 14 count there. That was pretty deep.
He's faking on it. He isn't going for the move. Goes for a missile dropkick to the back.
Yeah, I think he got up there and realized Tony was too close to the corner, so
yeah,
took his time, waited for another move.
Yeah, the risk being he could have hit his leg, thrown off the trajectory there. Could have injured himself if he had done it.
Yeah, you do not want to catch yourself on these ropes on the way down.
Yeah, I believe...
I've said it before, ropes is very much a misnomer.
Yeah, especially in Mexico. Pretty certain they are just railway lines, pretty much wrapped in tape.
They are certainly tighter, so the some of the luchadors can do some of their tightrope walking and fantastic acrobatics.
Like a mother trucker. I can say that for experience. Go
Roll
to a Mexican ring, whack the rope sometime. Tony Storm does it!
Tony Storm does it with a wrestling move.
Tony Storm, thank you! Oh, I feel so much better. I at least have people going through to the next round.
And I have interesting news for you.
Oh no, what interesting news you have?
Tony Storm has Hook in the next round.
Oh, sod off! Ah! Now you get to
mentioned.
how it feels.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier in the show that a lot of my team hasn't come up yet, and now I get the my picks fighting each other.
So you hired Scorpion for the tournament?
I mean, might as well do, given Penta's history.
Yeah, that's fair. Penta El Zero Miedo. No fear in his heart. Even the intergender theme.
Yeah, no fear in this match, I think, having Rhea Ripley on the other side.
Indeed, Mommy has arrived. Possibly the only woman so far that could be took. Theoretically, in kayfabe.
It'd be a while until that happens in our tournament, if it was going to.
Indeed. Still could happen. Rhea Ripley definitely bringing the power advantage. Honestly, the brutality advantage might go to Penta.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be interested to see what this match would be like if it was hardcore.
I mean, we could find out at some point, but right now it is just a sanctioned match
Yes.
in the middle of a parking lot.
Yes, similar to before, we established no seconds, so no members of the Judgment Day out here for Rhea, no Alex Abrahantes or
Ray
Phoenix
or
for
Pac.
or Pac.
Yeah, long history there. Also, our
Or,
Truth did
like-
try to get a referee license. We did decline it.
Yes, still need to find that multiversal portal that leads to referee Heath Slater, because that one time he refereed, he did a very good job.
Yeah, that's fair. I hear he's busy teaming with Rhino as the ultimate referee squad.
I mean, yeah, they would be.
Yeah, it's a weird world they live in.
Just the perfect referee, and then the referee that doesn't deal with anybody's shit.
Yeah, and one of them is Heath. Only one of them.
I no, like in that situation, I believe Rhino is the one that doesn't deal with anyone's shit.
Yeah. I mean, he has caused a lot of shit sometimes in kayfabe, so who knows. Early on, pretty even matchup so far.
Yeah, lot of limb work on either side starting up to this match.
Indeed. You gotta think, Penta's gonna go for the arms eventually, right?
Yeah, Penta has been known for snapping arms, and though Rhea has been working the arms, she does have her submission is more of a leg and back submission, that prism trap.
Yeah, it's like a Brocklock, so to speak.
It's an inverted clover leaf.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
No, it is quite literally an inverted clover leaf.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I mean, just the fact that it's very much a keep the opponent off the ground while you try to submit them.
Yeah, muscle them up and let them have all their weight on some of the weak parts of their legs.
It's definitely a very unusual finisher, but not terrible for trying to force the opponent to not get to the ropes. Let's say makes it harder to break.
Both competitors also probably looking for a pump handle. Like Riptide is a pump handle, and Penta has been known to employ that made in Japan.
That is true, but I imagine Penta's going to go more for the package pile driver.
Yes, Fear Factor we know is the biggest move that Penta has in his arsenal.
Also, do you accept Gorilla Slam instead of pump handle?
Well, no, that was a gorilla press.
Yeah.
What he just did.
Yeah. Well, if he doesn't get a pump handle, at least he did a thing. Speaking of package pile driver,
Running into the Fear Factor.
Rhea immediately recovers.
Yeah, momentum just carrying on. Speaking of the pump handle, there's the Riptide.
Goes for the pin. And it's a 2.
It's only a 2 count, not enough to keep Penta down just yet.
Yeah, you gotta be
Those
careful.
overhand lucha chops.
Gotta be careful in this matchup. I'm not saying PWG has a policy with Rick Knox, but let's just say I've seen him fly on more than one occasion.
Rick Knox will fight back if you start getting pissy with Rick Knox.
I mean, not even then. Sometimes he just will do it. What about Death Valley Driver? Only a 2.9 there.
Believe that was a Michinoku driver. Riptide escaped out of the back.
Penta decided to go for a taunt, misses it. Rhea went for it, gets the drop kick.
Both sides down, both up at the same time. Said the last intergender match was pretty balanced for its reasons. I think this match is pretty balanced for completely different reasons.
Yeah, these are two people that don't care about their opponent's health, so to speak. They're willing to put their opponent through immense levels of pain just to win.
Yeah, two people who know how to, muscle their opponent around, manipulate them into the position they want them in.
Goes with the Death Valley Driver again. Only a 2.9.
Yeah, not able to keep him down. Both competitors have hit one of their biggest moves on the other so far, and neither of them able to keep the other down.
It appears as though...
Made in Japan!
Indeed, Penta going to the burner, only get to 2.9. Goes for the gut breaker right there.
Yeah, gut check.
Penta's got to pull something out now. He's gone for all the signatures.
That big boot. Now starting to look at the legs is Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea might be changing her game plan. Brute force hasn't been effective, so maybe a submission form of brute force will work. Penta rolls out. Made in Japan. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Rhea is out cold. Penta just knocking Rhea out to secure the victory.
Yeah, high stack keeping them down.
Well, we'll keep you posted on Rhea's condition as well as Wardlow's, but congratulations to Penta El Zero Miedo for the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, time for a star-studded main event. Legend versus current icon. We begin with Ultimo Dragon.
Yes, representing Team Random. The commission has decided to make the show slightly longer and do one extra match on the card.
Indeed, we had to do it. Ultimo Dragon, when he's backstage, you gotta just get him on. One of the most successful cruiserweights of all time. Battling one of the most prolific indie heavyweight, super heavyweights, you could argue, wrestlers in Keith Lee.
Yes, he is limitless. He is Keith Lee. He is one of my picks.
Indeed, and Ultimo Dragon is looking to upset you here and get rid of Keith Lee.
Yeah, I mean, Random has done a very good job of upsetting you so far.
Yeah, well, Random has the chance to redeem itself with Ultimo. I'll say that for free.
Yeah, we said during the draft, Ultimo Dragon, one of Random's better picks.
Like, straight up, he is one of the most prolific cruiserweights in wrestling history. An icon in Japan. This is his home turf. He has home turf advantage. A native Japanese crowd.
Big belly to belly, just letting the momentum carry him over.
Keith's got to pull a lot out of the proverbial hat, I think, to deal with it.
Yeah, let us not forget, despite his size, despite how he often wrestles, Keith Lee can do the lucha things. He can fly, he can do the momentum, them carrying. Like, even if this becomes Ultimate Dragon's game, this Keith Lee will still be able to keep up.
Yeah, Keith definitely well equipped to be Ultimate Dragon. It's just a question of if experience is going to do it. Stalling suplex there by Keith, using the power advantage. So far, Keith has kind of been dominating the match. He's taken an early lead.
I mean, I think that's to be expected from this sort of matchup. It's going to come down to, will Keith Lee make a mistake and will Ultimate Dragon be able to capitalize on that gap?
That's fair. You know, let me try it again. When you face a bigger opponent, you've got to time your opportunities, so to speak. You've got to think about when the gap is there, when you can take advantage.
As we say, he is the veteran, so we would hope that he'll know what he's looking for to make that opening for himself.
Yeah, it only takes one wriggle out of a suplex, one duck under a lariat.
As we say that, he's been flying in with a series of arm drags and now a dragon screw.
Indeed, that's Dragon's MO. It is momentum at its finest. Keith, however, trying to regain control versus a suplex with one of his own.
Ultimate Dragon there going for a suplex. I don't think that was the best plan. Not this early in the match.
Perhaps not, but sometimes you just have to go with it. You feel the momentum, you feel the crowd, and you just do what you think is right.
Yeah, we said the variable ability of Keith Lee. Standing dropkick there.
And a football tackle
Yeah.
When you're built like Keith Lee, it feels like a quarterback's about to hit you right full force. Is it? It is a spirit bomb! I think that might be it!
Yeah, that match was probably one of the shortest matches of the tournament so far.
Dragon's out!
That Spirit Bomb is incredibly powerful.
I am flabbergasted.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected it to be that much of a one-sided contest, but well, I'm certainly not complaining.
I can imagine why. You get to see Keith Lee qualify. But
Yes.
you gotta think that that is a result that might have to be redone. Not in a tournament capacity, but at some point in the future.
Yeah, you got to think Ultimo Dragon will want to run that one back.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed with 6 minutes as well. But that has been so far 5 more matches into the tournament, meaning we have 9 participants so far moving on through to round 2. Keith Lee will qualify along with Tony Storm, with Mark Davies, Hook, and many, many others.
Yeah, we got a couple matches now actually set up for the next round.
The question is, who will fill up the rest of them?
Yeah, we have half a dozen or so more matches left to go in the first round of the tournament.
And let's just say, random sure throws in some corkers.
They certainly have.
So it could be literally anyone's game.
We still have the Rumble qualifiers left to compete.
Indeed, both Shane Taylor and Killshot waiting for their opportunities to qualify. As well as quite a few other people. Some celebrities as well.
Yeah, a lot of big matches for various reasons still to come.
Indeed, but for now, we'll be signing off. We'll be here next week with the next set of matches from round 1. This has been Mr. Egg with my colleague Alex, and we're going to wish you a wonderful day.
Ta-ra!
Take care!